Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Public Nuisance Podcast. I'm here with the Neurotics. Stoked to have these guys here playing tonight. I got Colton, Mark, Chuck, and Colin. These guys are going to kill it tonight, man. Guys, introduce yourselves.
Chuck play guitar.
Colton on the vocals.
Mark, I'm on the drums.
Mark is sick on the drums, too, by the way. I see that. Kills it. So, this is going to be played live tonight, on Facebook, and people will be, watching it. And, so tell everybody, kind of like, how the Neurotics got together, a little bit of history about the band, and, what brought you guys together.
We were just me and Mark have been playing together forever, and we were in bands. They fell apart, and we got Colton, and, we started jamming, changed our name to Neurotics, and lost our bass player, and then Colin started playing with us, and we're just doing it. It's been about, 4 months, 3 months, so we're just trying to make as much fucking noise as possible, nothing serious. Yeah, so that's about it, for me anyway. Just things to do before you die, fucking A.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, why don't you guys introduce yourselves, talk a little bit about yourself, and, go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I'm Mark Eisnagel. Like Chuck said, we've been playing together for a really long time. I started playing with Chuck when I was 18, and I'm 52 now, so it's been a good long while, and we're still going strong. We've been in different bands off and on, together and apart since then. But for me, this has been like the favorite band, that we've had. Really like jamming with all these guys, and it's a lot of fun. I'm really happy with the music, and playing live and everything. And yeah, man, I'm just stoked to still be alive and still be playing music, and doing it with my bros, man. And it's just a good time, and it would suck to just work 9 to 5 and that was it, so this kind of breaks that up and keeps me from wanting to commit suicide. No, I'm just kidding, man. But no, it's a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to playing here tonight, man. This is a fun place to play, and so far I've really enjoyed the other bands. So yeah, thanks for having us, and I appreciate what you guys are doing. Thanks.
Absolutely. So, my man Colton, I remember when I first started doing the punk show, I seen this tall kid, long hair in the pit, just throwing around, and next thing you know, I finally saw him play live, man. It was awesome, man. So, Colton, tell us about yourself.
I don't know. Me and Colin grew up playing music together. Well, like, dang, it was like a long time ago when you joined, like 8 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
On our old band, Malice Thoughts. So I'm stoked to have him a part of it. I never thought that I'd be singing for a band because I was always a guitar player. But when I actually saw them play before me, because I wasn't their singer before, I was like blown away. I'm like, who the fuck are these guys? These guys are insane. I don't know. And then I just saw an ad one day and I tried it out, and it was probably the most fun I've ever had. And it's like, it's super cool because it's never had this type of discipline, that I've always wanted, like, from a band.
Yeah, and definitely, shows too, because we fucking kick ass. Well, not to toot our own horn, but we fucking, we rock, and it's, we practice twice a week, and I agree with that, like being in a project that's serious about what we're doing it's fucking awesome. And like I saw these guys a few times when Colton was singing, and it's crazy to think that Colton like thinks that he would have never been a good singer, because like when we used to play in our old band Malice, like he would like not want to do backups because he didn't think we had a good voice, and we would be like, dude, like you have a good voice, like just like push. And now I'm like, dude, like you have like fucking, you are kick ass, man, like.
Okay.
Funny thing about Colton is he's such a soft-spoken, like, nice guy, and then you hear him sing and you're like, whoa.
Yeah. You do not want to piss him off, man.
Yeah, I noticed, man. It's punk always gets this rap of, like undisciplined, and they're just out, attached. But especially when a lot of the bands I see come through with the nardcore, and this, there's a lot of talented musicians, and they put out some incredible music, and just you can feel it go through you when you're out there, and it's so alive, it's so. It's like addicting. You know what I mean? It really is, and it's awesome that there's so much talent just in the 805 coming out of here, the nardcore, and you know, you guys are definitely, you know, right up there, just killing it, and you know, I'm so happy that you could be here. So, how about you, brother?
You know, Chuck, I play guitar. Yeah, I grew up listening to Black Sabbath and Black Flag, and that's basically my influences. So, you know, me and Mark have been playing forever, and we just like, I like fast shit and heavy shit. So I try to combine those two. You know, past bands, none that would even mean anything. So, you know, this is the band right now, and I love playing in this band. I love
That's
everything
kind
about
of
it.
that's kind of what I like to ask. You know, the band members and stuff like that. You know, what inspired you? You know, what made you want to, you know, get behind the drums and just start wailing away? You know, what in life was it? Just something that you grew up with your family? Was it some, you know, MTV when, you know, our age when they first came out? You know, you started to see these rock stars and shit like that. It's like, you know,
Watching
so
Black Flag.
Black Flag, yeah.
Yeah, fuck
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
That was the shit, you know. That's Black Sabbath and Black Flag. That was, you know, I seen them both, and they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's funny
You
for me.
know?
I think I must have been like maybe not 10 or 11 or whatever, and Oingo Boingo came out. I was like, the fuck is this? You know what I mean? And then,
Yeah.
you know, I was just, you know, I listened to my parents' country music, you know, at that age, and I was finally started getting my own music, and, you know, it all led to another thing. So, well, yeah, so what's your inspiration?
Yeah, so I had my first drum set when I was 3. It was a Bugs Bunny drum set, and you know, I had like paper drum heads on it, so I tore it apart pretty quick and made a Ford out of it. But my parents had this guy Dale that was a friend of theirs, and he was a semi-professional drummer. And you know, back then in the early '70s, mid '70s, you know, I got to see him play a couple times, you know, and I was just really drawn to the drums in music, you know, since a young age. And then I'll never forget hearing Grand Funk Railroad. My parents had an 8-track of Grand Funk Railroad, and the drummer, it was like a live performance. He did a drum solo, and I was just freaking mesmerized by that, you know. And so, yeah, so anytime I would see music or, you know, or hear it, I'd always tune into the drums, you know. The whole thing, really. I mean, I was really good at memorizing lyrics when I was a kid, and but music has always just been like, you know, a part of me, man. And so by the time I was 10, you know, I got my first, you know, Blue Glitter CB700 kit, and just hashed it out in the garage, man. And I was fortunate. I had some older kids in the neighborhood that were pretty good on their instruments, and so I'd go watch them, and I'd skateboard home and try to like mimic what I saw, and just sit out there and just, you know, and just do it. You know, back then we didn't have the advantage of YouTube and, you know, all the stuff on the internet to learn like rudiments. I mean, I see the way some of these guys play today, and it's just insane, man. But you know, so back then I really just had to listen and watch and try to mimic what I played. You know, I was fortunate enough to have a drum kit, but my parents didn't have money to, you know, buy me drum lessons or anything like that, you know. And the cool thing about my parents, you know, bless their hearts, man, is they let us rehearse in the garage, and we sucked. We were fucking terrible. I still have some of that shit on cassette tape, and it was just fucking awful, you know. But we were learning how to do this thing, and I think that was what was really important too, was hooking up with other musicians early on, and that interaction and playing off of each other and learning from your mistakes, learning what works, what doesn't work, what you like, what you don't like, and just kind of going from there, you know. Played my first show when I was 15 at the Philippine Hut off of Saviors. Yeah, I've just been doing it ever since. I was hooked right then, you know what I mean? But, and then, you know, 3 years later, like I said, I hooked up with Chuck and some other guys, and we did a lot of really cool stuff, played a lot of fun shows back in the day, and yeah, you know, never been able to make a living at it, but clearly we're not in it for that, because I would have quit a long fucking time ago, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I just love it, man. I just love playing music and the camaraderie with the guys in the band, and you know, just being a part of the scene.
Yeah, I don't know how you drummers do it, man. You know, you're like all 4 limbs, just going at different things and different beats, and you know, I travel because one of my favorite bands is Tool. You know, I travel all over to see Danny Carey. Just watching him, I mean, that guy is just fucking insane. I can't not stop watching him. You know what I mean? He's just all over the 15-minute songs, and he just fucking kills it.
Have you caught him play with this jazz band at the Grape yet?
No, I've been back in Maryland. I just moved back out here, you know, about a year ago. But I heard he played up there. But I want to go check him out for sure. I just flew up to Oregon actually to see him play with Tool, and man, he is incredible, dude. It's, you know, but you say it's like these guys love what they do. You know what I mean? And it's fun to see like guys that have a gift like that and they share it with you. You know what I
Being
mean?
in that band is incredible.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fucking gnarly.
That's awesome.
I love
man.
that shit.
Yeah, I got to see him live for the first time at the Staples Center in I think 2019, right before COVID, and that's the most pumped I've been from a live performance as a kid. I mean, it just
First time I saw Tools in like a place about this size, and it was a tiny little place. Yeah, it was cool. Primus opened up for him, and that was back in the day. But yeah, so what brought you to music, man? What?
I fucking, well, I grew up in New Hampshire, and there was always just a big music presence in my life. My dad and my mom have always loved fucking, Black Sabbath and Motley Crue, and fucking. I was always reading Nikki Sixx's books, even like when I was in middle school and shit. I was like into that. I don't know, kind of like just metal, kind of rock attraction, But in New Hampshire, it's kind of hard to find people who are into playing punk and hardcore and shit, Like there's this little place where I grew up in my hometown, like called Rocco's, and they would have hardcore shows. And I just remember like being like right up front for this band, Rumors of Betrayal, and they were fucking hardcore as fuck. But like this bassist was like in my fucking face, like ripping on bass, and I was like, I want to do that. Like that's fucking cool, And I was like 14 when I went to that show, And after that, like I had a stepdad at the time, like, and he was, he was a musician, and he had a bunch of guitars, and I was always playing guitar, and like I had an SG, like an Epiphone, and like one day he brought home a bass and like a little like bass rig, and I fucking like got super stoned, and I like snuck down to the basement and I like played it, and I was like, oh, this is really fucking nice. And ever since that, I was like, I'm gonna switch to bass because this is my jam. Yeah. So that's my inspiration. Yeah.
Well, Colin's answer was like chicks.
My parents, for sure, they were always playing really good music like Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, and Beatles, and I didn't discover punk until I was a teenager. So, but and I was always playing metal and shit with my brother, but it wasn't always my bag. As much as I love metal, I didn't like playing it. But my buddy showed me like Operation Ivy one time. Like, that's what I want to fucking do. That's the shit right there, all the jumping off the stage and shit, and just the energy in the crowd. Like, go home, watch music videos all fucking day, like play guitar all day, just like learn other songs. Then we started a cover band. We would just play like Rancid and Operation Ivy songs, literally, and freaking that. And like literally we're just like 13, 14-year-old kids like playing in El Rio. Like I had no idea where the fuck I was, playing in backyard shows, like, and that's how I met my good buddy Josie, and we met at a Pennywise show, and he asked me if I wanted to join his band, and yeah, freaking just been. Normally I was always guitar player, but we played a lot of shows. We did our first tour all the way up to Seattle, yeah, all the way back. Freaking.
That was fun.
So Chuck, what about you, man? I know you touched a little bit on it earlier, but what brought you to music, man?
Oh, just listening to heavy music, like I said, Black Flag and Black Sabbath, and I just like to watch kids going fucking wild in the crowd, and that's, I just love music, and I like heavy guitars, and I love guitar gear, but it's just heavy music, fast and heavy, kind of like listening to High on Fire or, shit like that, just fucking heavy, fast, just moving, You don't have to have a whole lot of fucking talent, just fucking kick ass,
Just fucking go and get it done.
Yeah, just fucking go for it, all that talent shit. Fuck that, just fucking make noise out there.
It's like the first time I saw Fishbone, and I really didn't know what to expect them out there. These fucking dudes just didn't know. They're just like, wow, fucking
just going wild,
the whole
man.
place is fucking going off the walls. There's this whole small club in Baltimore. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah.
As long as the kids are having fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's really about energy and attitude, you know what I mean? And being, just being authentic, you know what I mean? People pick up on that, I think if you go up there and you're phony, people are going to pick up on that too, you know what I mean? So,
We'll go. Yeah, go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say that I saw, like one of the first like big shows for me too, like inspirationally wise, was seeing like Pennywise and like this place called the Middle East in Boston, and it's like a downstairs place like the size of like this fucking place, and there was no security, and they played like their whole first album, and I was like fucking 16. I was like, what the fuck? I had never seen anything like that shit, and I was like, I went home and I was like, punk is where the fuck is at. Like this is awesome. You know?
I've been to a few shows, you know, when they had these pits and stuff going on, and I remember I went and saw Pantera, and I was like, oh fuck, this is big boy shit right here. I think I was young, man. I remember that I was in Las Vegas, and I jumped over the fucking thing to get down to the pit, and I was just like, hold on, man, this is fucking real deal shit. But yeah, that was
Pantera's fucking gnarly.
Pantera's fucking, they killed it, man. They killed it, but. So, you know, do you guys got any music out so people can, you know, playing? This goes on Facebook. It'll be played live tonight. So, is it on Spotify or anywhere?
Spotify, Apple, all the, you know,
all the
platforms. It's Neurotics, and it's a 4-song EP. It's called Power Trip.
Right on. Right on. Well, hey guys, check out Power Trip. Check out the Neurotics, and you know, if you guys see this this podcast, you can go back and check and watch them live tonight. So. You guys, hey, thank you so much for coming in, man. I appreciate you guys for, you know, coming here and supporting local music and being part of it, man. You know, you guys are, you know, you guys will be, but, you know, these two guys, man, they're legends, and, you know, a lot of guys look up to you, and there's young bands here playing tonight. I know this band, what are they called? War Tomorrow.
They're
Dude,
fucking
they open up for
sick.
DRI, dude. They are fucking badass, dude. And, but it's
we
young
played
kids
with
like that, man, you know, that you know, a lot of you know, because what you guys have done, you know, that's why they're here. So take pride in that, man, because, you know.
Just real quick, man, I want to give Armin over at Cabin Quarters props for helping us with our EP.
Yeah, that's who did
it's
their
really
album.
great to work with, man, and we're really happy with what came out of that. So, you know, thanks, Armin, if you're listening. And,
The captain,
yeah.
for sure.
Guys, hey,
And
thank you so much for coming in, man. And guys, you know, check out the Neurotics, and you guys have a good night. Thank you.